Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are doing so well today. Welcome to a new Psychic Pick a Card Tarot reading. In this video, I brought forward the magic that is at your fingertips right now, the magic that the earth has for you to use in your current situation. I also want to let you guys know that this is kind of a short and sweet video. I have company coming, so I wanted to make sure that I got this video done before my mind went into cleaning the house, grocery shopping, all that jazz. And so I kept these messages short and sweet. If this is your first time here, a special hello to you. Hi, I'm Zach. I have a natural psychic ability, and right now I share that gift here on YouTube. However, if you'd like to book a private reading, you can follow the link in the description box or find my email and email me. Before you begin, make sure that you do make an effort and ground your energy. When you ground your energy, it gives us the very best chance at linking up in time and space so that I can pull forward the most useful information. So maybe turn the lights down low, light a candle or two, do whatever you need to do to ground your energy. It'll look a little different for everyone. And once you've done so, you can choose between one of the three piles we have today, and I will see you at your reading. Pile 1 is Summer Solstice. Pile 2 is Waterfall. And Pile 3 is Fog. Hello, Pile 1. Welcome to your reading. I hope you guys are doing so well today. I just drew your spread, and the focus on this video is kind of just going to be something more short and sweet. My favorite thing, as you guys know, is I don't really like to go in with too much of a lens. I just like to give Spirit, the universe, source, whatever you like to call it, a space to bring forward whatever information would be most useful at this time. And so I drew forward, the main theme of the video obviously is what magic can help you at this time, what magic is at your fingertips at this time, how can the earth help you at this time. And I also went ahead and drew several messages. So let's just get right down to it. Your card, your earth magic is Radiance, and it's looking so sumptuous, and I see this great solar energy, really illustrated throughout your reading. So if I was to give you a 50-mile away view about what this message seems to be about, there are some ties that need to be cut, and there is a step into a new direction, a new life perhaps for some of you, that needs to be had. So with Summer Solstice and Radiance, I feel like I want you guys to research the solar plexus, which is your energy center, but it's also the sexual center. Its root is associated with male sexuality, and solar plexus, or sacral chakra is associated with female sexuality. But for me, based on the research that I've done, I'm getting the idea that this sacral chakra, that's fun to say, is talking about your energy center, like your drive, like having energy to move forward in life with purpose and drive at this time. I also feel like getting some sun is super important, even if it's wicked hot out, because in the winter, we're always inside. In the fall, when it's rainy, or in the spring, we're always inside. So if it's really hot in the summertime, then we're not getting outside. It's really important. I feel like this is a really important message. We need Pile 1 to get sunlight and sunlight on their skin, regardless of how hot it is. So that might mean going outside in the morning, going outside after the peak day, so around the hours of like 4 or 5. Regardless of how hot it is outside, the earth wants to work with you, because I feel like there are either light codes or there's something that the sunlight is doing that is necessary in healing your body, is what I'm getting. I feel like you're spending too much time in the dark, and that's just because it's hot. I'm guilty of this too, and do you know what I do? It's gonna sound so lame. I set a 20-minute timer and go outside without sunglasses because I read sometime long ago that it has something to do with the sunlight hitting your eyelids, that 20 minutes is all you need, and that gives you maximum sort of like color, if you guys are trying to get some color. So yeah, what I do is I just set a timer for 20 minutes and I go outside and sit in a chair and bake. And I use it as a period just to be meditative and to observe nature around me. So the earth magic at your disposal at this time is sunlight, and a lot of it. So we want to make sure that we get out of the dark, okay? So let's get through these main messages, and I'll try to clarify them if nothing else comes up. The devil crossed by the Empress, okay? What's very interesting, the first thing that I'm seeing is the star on the devil's crown. Obviously, it's a pentagram inverted, but there are also stars on the Empress's crown, many of them. And I've always looked at the devil as sort of a sexual figure. He really talks about lust to me and libido, especially with his wide open stance, and the same exact reason that the Empress to me talks about sexuality too, and lust in a more quiet feminine way, in a more sumptuous way. This devil figure, it's like he goes after the things he wants in a very demeaning way, even sometimes demanding way. The Empress calls the energy to her. So there seems to be this balance between sex and drive, okay, the energy center, and needing to there's an idea of recognizing animal urges. Okay, that's a message that's coming through. And when the devil comes out, it talks about an unhealthy relationship, but it is set by ourselves. This illustration is to get the idea across that, these two split forms right here, this masculine energy, this feminine energy, it's actually, we all have that inside of us, no matter what gender identity that we use to identify. Everyone has masculine and feminine energies at their disposal at all times, but when we pervert things in the Bible or scriptures or lessons throughout history, we create confusion and chaos. What I'm trying to say is that all confusion, all mental blocks, all creative blocks are created by the self. No one outside you can ever do anything to you. Everything is a choice. And I know that's uncomfortable, but I'm someone who suffers from abuse in my past, so I'm able to say this confidently. It is a choice to remain caged in. It is a choice to remain a victim of a story. And it's simply a matter of recognizing that happened in the past. And if you have a foot in the past and anxiety about the future, you're only pissing in the present. So there seems to be a tough message, and you guys, I try to give a nuanced version, but not every single message I feel like I need to tell you guys can be positive, because we live in a world of light and dark, and it's really well illustrated here with the devil and the Empress. The devil can't talk about something positive, in my opinion, because it illustrates to me an unhealthy relationship. And this is going to look different for everyone, as this is a general reading. For some of you, it's an unhealthy relationship with a mother. For some of you, you have sex addictions, watching too much porn, that can literally do something to your brain. It's been observed in men specifically, that it creates, it decreases neural pathways and neurogenesis, things like that. So sex addiction, but also seeking partners and relationships with power dynamics, that's not healthy. It's not healthy. And it also can talk about a block, a creative block, okay? And it feels like the medicine for all of these is sunlight. Okay, and sunlight to me talks about awareness, and it talks about the color yellow, freedom, and exposing yourself to the air, okay? So some of you have something that you need to get off your chest. It has something to do with your sexuality. For others of you, this is a conversation that you need to have with your mother. Some of you have cut off a relationship with your mother, and it was an unhealthy addiction. It was an unhealthy relationship. It was an unhealthy tie, and we're sort of giving you a thumbs up. We're saying, good job for recognizing. When we have the sun come out, it always talks about self-awareness, and that is a superpower, because when you are self-aware, no one can ever hold sway over you. That's the message I was trying to illustrate that's uncomfortable to some of you about the idea of not being a victim. That it is a choice to be a victim. And again, I'm not saying that because I'm rude. I'm saying that because I am a survivor myself. So I am very, very blunt about that, because it's something that I feel like our culture loves to sort of coddle people, and that is not self-awareness. That literally, it undercuts you. There's someone here who needs to hear this message. I'm going to leave it, I swear. We're moving on, okay? But again, the medicine seems to be about sunlight. It's bring something into the light. It's literally getting outside for some of you. And the creative block, I feel like, is to go into nature or to treat your body as a temple, right? Not sleeping with random strangers all of the time. Not looking for dynamics and partners, not looking for people you chase, not looking for FUCC boys, if you know what I'm talking about, okay? These are all the energies. And again, I'm not trying to put this cloud over your reading because there is a lot more to come, but I am saying that I'm not going to sugarcoat this devil card. Okay, so now we have the Emperor and we have the Knight of Swords, extremely opposite energies once again. And so the Knight of Swords, very fast moving, very, very quick. You know, literally someone who comes in for a one-night stand and leaves immediately. Or, if this has nothing to do with sex, this is just someone who comes in, rocks the boat, and doesn't do it productively. The Knight of Swords, I love the illustration myself. I almost want to get a tapestry of this. I just feel like it's very beautiful. It's energy, but it's chaotic, and it's not productive in my mind. It's literally just to shake things up. What I feel like is you guys are on blocks or something. It feels like you're chained to the ground or something, and you need a nudge from the universe. And what I feel like is you guys want to build your own empire and go out on your own. We'll get to this message in a moment. And build something, but we're stuck. And it's the mind is what I feel like, because we have the Knight of Swords. And the medicine that we need is chaos. We need you to just take a stab in the dark. We just need you to strike out. We just need you to take steps continuously, even if you don't know where you're going. The point is to just move. That is the big message here, because there seems to be a blockage. And we want you to have the most abundant life. And that's in your future. If you could have the self-confidence to just strike ahead, to move forward. This message isn't to attract things to you by being seductive or a vibrational match. This is the energy of going, you know, even if it feels like moving upstream, you have to shift this energy. And this simply could be foreshadowing a person coming in to help get you off the ground, which I love to see, okay? Now moving forward, you know, the Ten of Coins is the minor arcana version of the Emperor. And so what I see right now, because 3 cards came out, I'm looking at this as a little bit of background information. Some of you are hesitant about going off in a new direction. There's something holding you back again. Okay, you guys, this seems to be some anchor that's dragging you down, and we want to get rid of it. We want the sun to come out for pile 1, okay? Some of you are concerned about legacy, and except there's something emotionally that's holding you back. This could be a relationship. Again, I strongly sense that it's a relationship. I see this being full circle, and I'm saying that because literally this breaks down to 15. Full circle, we have a 10 and a 5, so 15. So this seems to be what is where you want to go. This is the urge, but this is what's holding you back, okay? And what I see is that you are here to leave a legacy behind. You are here to experience great abundance. You are here to strike it off alone. When I see the Emperor right here and I look at the devil horns, it makes me think of a life path 1 or a Capricorn energy. Someone, especially with a Fool, who's supposed to go out alone. I want you guys to have beginner mindset at this time and have the confidence to move forward, to strike ahead, to take action, to take control of your life, to steer your life in a new direction, and to dare yourself to tell yourself a different story, okay? With the 5 of Cups, I look at this as a turning point. We want you to turn around and recognize that there is still hope here. There are still relationships here. There is still so much more to experience in life, and I actually heard that the best years are yet to come. So let's see if I can't pull any more messages about this Fool, about this, beginning that I see, this 3rd message, Spirit. What seems to be going on? Okay, so I'm drawing off deck, you guys, or off camera. 3 of Coins and the Chariot. So to me, this talks about recognition. You guys really desire to be recognized for talents of yours. The Chariot means self-confidence. Okay, what I feel like this message is about is gaining self-confidence. That's what the sun talks about. It's the earth medicine that wants to work with you, but is at your fingertips at this time as well. Self-confidence. So when I see this beautiful adornment of the Fool, what he's wearing, this resplendent coat that the Ten of Coins has on, and then the Empress card as well. To me, that talks about what you wear, and I know I bring this message through often, but it's something that I neglected myself for years. I used to be someone who really cared about the label that I wore and presented myself a very specific way with clothing, and then I sort of didn't want to care so much about that, and because I wasn't finding clothing in stores that I liked to wear, I kind of just, didn't really wear things that made me look nice or made me feel confident because I just, wasn't capable of finding them. And then, I learned how to tailor my clothing, and that totally changed everything for me. Suddenly shorts looked nice on me again, and it had nothing to do with changing my body, but everything to do with changing the clothes I put on my body. There's something about making sure that your appearance and your reflection ignites you, because this is all linked. Everything, absolutely everything in life is linked and connected, and one snag pulls the whole line. Think about a spider's web right now, you guys, and pull one piece of that web, all of it is attached. And so when one thing is amuck, it's going to skew everything at this time forever. That was a loose message, sorry about that. What I'm saying is this idea of making sure that you feel beautiful is super important at this time, okay? I see potentially a person, potentially a relationship, because I see the Emperor and the Empress and the Devil. I just want to see if we can pull something synchronistic. This could be the one. You've already met the romantic partner you seek, and keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. Cool. So what I see, you guys, is someone you have already met. Okay, you know this person. This could be a karmic relationship that you need to get rid of in order to experience the new, is a message that's coming through for some of you. For others of you, you haven't reached out to this person yet because they're not necessarily on your mind, because you're looking for something else. Now, they could be older than you is what I'm getting for the majority of you. This could be just someone that you've never considered for, I guess we can come back to the idea of sexuality. You perhaps don't think that they are the same sexuality as you or interested in you in that manner. But what I get is that they possibly are. Can I have a pull on this person, please? Three of Pentacles again. This could be someone at work, okay? I have the Hierophant underneath, okay? So someone also in your spiritual circle as well. Okay, is there any other messages? I do want to keep these kind of short and sweet. Seven of Pentacles with Faith. To me, this talks about recognizing things around you. So if I'm going to leave you with some final words, it's the idea to experience a little bit more happiness, joy, lighthearted energy at this time. Free yourself from anything that's dragging you down and be open, right? This idea of being open is really important. Keep an open mind is the idea of, like I said earlier, beginner's mindset with the Fool. Allow everything around you to surprise you. Find beauty in the mundane. Live your life as if it were an open experiment as well. Try not to be burdened by ideas, low ideas. The devil represents guilt, addiction, fear, things that hold you back. I think guilt is especially important, okay? It's important to use those energies. I think guilt and anxiety and fear, those are useful until they're not. And so what I mean is that any low vibrational energy is a catalyst, but if you ignore it, it becomes something that anchors you down, okay? This is the end of your reading. I really hope you guys enjoyed this. And if you've made it this far into the video, you can always leave me a big thumbs up. It helps my channel grow, but it also helps other people find these messages who need to hear them too. And until next time, stay divine. Hello, Pile 2. Welcome to your reading. I hope you guys are doing so well today. The theme of this video, as you guys can see, is what earth magic is at your fingertips right now or could be useful for you. I also just sort of want to make this short and sweet. I have a company coming over and don't want to, provoke the YouTube algorithm. So I'm keeping this short and sweet. I like to do that once in a while too. So I drew some earth magic for you, and then 3 main messages that we want to talk to you about. Okay, so the earth magic right now, what we want to use at this time seems to be this idea of the waterfall with effortless. The first thing that I'm getting is the idea of a free fall and the idea of allowing your emotion to flow. I feel like for some time you have been troubled about, it feels like this King of Wands, and so I want to draw some romance cards about him. It feels like there's been something on your mind. It's just interesting because I feel emotion about this. Water always to me talks about psychic ability or emotion, and there are no cups here, yet we have the wands, pentacles, and sword energy. I'm also now recognizing that in the star, we have this idea of a waterfall too, okay? So I don't want you guys to lose hope is also another quick message coming through. But this King of Wands, is this a relationship? Is this King of Wands, I love to see them. Worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life and very soon. Clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. Okay, that is exactly what we're talking about here. So the Two of Swords always talks to me about indecision, and we don't want to sit there for too long, you guys, because indecision is going to cause even more confusion. The longer you take to make a decision, the longer your mind has to sort of create imbalances or chaos or even more confusion. And I know that's easier said than done. And sometimes you do have to take your time with weighing this up. And to me, this is kind of talking about a relationship with this King of Wands. This figure could be older than you, or simply they're a leader in their own right. I think that they could also be very artistic. So those are some synchronicities or confirmations for you right off the bat. And what I see with worth waiting for is that, the time you have spent making this decision is all due. It's just, okay? It's necessary, but right now, we kind of want you to move forward, okay? I'm getting the idea, it's like, do I want to be with him or do I not? Is the energy that I feel like. And the longer you take to make this decision, the more confuses the situation, okay? It creates a dam, okay? It's we don't want any of that, okay? Pile 2, lovely pile 2s, because the energy, the magic that is at your fingertips at this time is the waterfall with effortless. And I want you to express your feelings is what I feel like is a message, okay? I want you to let this out, okay? It's not that deep. Ooh, okay, so that's exactly it. It feels like perhaps there was some triggering episode is what I'm hearing. There was something that was said or something. You didn't have all the information at this time, okay? It feels like there is a conversation that needs to be had, something that needs to be said, because the thing that's holding you back, it's not that deep. For some of you, this relationship is not that deep either. But what I feel like is that it's kind of making a mountain out of a molehill is what I'm hearing. And then we have friends with benefits. Yeah, to me, this talks about something that doesn't stand the test of time necessarily, but it's also this idea that we're settling down with perhaps flings, okay, is this first message, and this idea of deciding what you want, clearly decide what you want, so that it doesn't create more chaos. Sometimes it's fun to entertain relationships, but to me it feels like it's kind of holding you back from other things, especially things to do with your finances and career, and we'll get to that in just a moment or two, okay? But what I'm getting is this idea that we need to sort of express how we feel, and I want you guys to have courage to have the depth of feeling that you have, because for some of you, you're like, it is that deep, and that's totally fine, but there's a decision that needs to be made. You just need to be sure at this time, because it could create more blocks, okay? There was a really cool analogy that came to mind for pile 1. It's like, think about life as a big spider web. You can't pull any one section of that web without the entire web being moved and pulled too. So if there's a snag, if there's a hang up in your life, we want to make sure that we can address that, because it skews things, it skews proportions, and it causes even more confusion, okay? So we touched on a relationship. Like I said, I kind of want to get these messages moving through. So, career, recognition, okay? For some of you, it's the idea of striking it alone, okay? Some of you feel like right now you're not getting the recognition that you deserve at work. And I feel like a more extreme interpretation of this would be like, do you feel like you want to go out alone? You're certainly talented enough, absolutely. Do you feel like you can go out and strike it alone at this time? For others of you, this is simply to not be discouraged about the hard work that you are putting in at this time. Do not let, it's the snag is what I feel like. Whatever this is talking about, you guys, it'll be a little bit different for everyone. It's pulling the web is what I see out of alignment, because a card that flew out after I said, okay, thanks for all the messages, I was like, fine, I'll take it. It was the Knight of Pentacles, and I absolutely adore this card. It really does talk about hard, slow, and steady work with slow and steady results. But to me, it says no adjustment needed in the terms of career or in the field of career, in terms of your talent. It just says keep plodding along, and I love that, okay? I don't want little ideas that crop up and make you feel insecure to dismay you at this time, okay? Whatever you're going through career-wise, I sense that there is recognition in your future, but at this time, we have to sort of there's some snarl here, you guys, okay? We want to give you a blessing of moving through life effortlessly, and I feel like it's expressing yourself authentically at this time that is really necessary. We don't want any more hiccups. We don't want you to entertain anything that could be fun for the mind. It's like a fling kind of idea. Fun for the mind. I'm getting the idea of feed corn for the mind, but it kind of creates an imbalance throughout the rest of your life. There seems to be some snag that we need to get rid of because it's making you doubt what you're doing. And, you know, guys, I really, really feel strongly that what you're doing in terms of career and talents and finances, you're absolutely going in the right direction. And I see you moving effortlessly as you balance work and play, because you guys are also being described by the Queen of Pentacles. And I'm sorry if you can hear that train going by. I feel like it's particularly loud. I feel like you guys have been struggling a little bit or up against all odds or in a very competitive field, yet you have been able to win every one of these battles, okay, of passion, okay? And I'm sensing that for some time now, you have really been developing a really good, solid, sustainable is the word that comes to mind, work-life balance. You guys are entering a period of your life that just seems to flow. I just see a really nice undulating current being, highlighted by this hillcock right here and the ripples right here. I see you guys, especially with the this kind of like slow lull right here on the Knight of Pentacles. I'm getting the idea that things are about to move a lot more smoothly, and it's because you have balanced your desires, besides work. And I love to see that. I feel like in our culture, especially the United States, we can become hyper-focused on career and building a ladder to success, and everything else falls away. And I see that you guys are very balanced and moving to a period of your life where things just seem to be a lot more effortless. And if they're not, we need to address that snarl, that snag right away, so you can fall back into harmony, peace and harmony, okay? Again, I sense that there could be this idea of things not moving quickly enough in terms of career, but, when I see the star, it says don't lose hope, okay? I sense that the star crossing the Queen of Pentacles means that you either are in a field, a talented career right now, and you know that you are talented. If that is not you, then I feel like keep plodding along, keep pursuing your passions, because it's soon to be revealed to you. I also sense that there could be a feminine figure moving into your life who helps you nurture your natural gift and talent to bring it to the next level. But when I'm seeing, the Three of Pentacles, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Knight of Pentacles, those are very, very positive pentacle cards. To me, it says that finances are going to improve, but slowly. Recognitions are going to improve when you put in the hard due diligence. And the star, again, it says, all of these battles, all these tests, trials, I get that it's almost spiritual in nature. What I'm hearing is that you're winning every single one of those, and it feels like Spirit is giving you a really big thumbs up for that. And as a result, things are moving forward into your life with a lot more ease. It feels like you're not having to struggle as much. I kind of want to pick up a little bit more about what's going on here, so I'm going to consult this deck off camera. Spirit, what is going on here? Seven of Wands and the Charity card. Oh, that's beautiful. Okay, so there's something, and this is the most incredible card in the deck. This deck has 79 cards instead of the regular 78. It's beyond the world, okay? So to me, this can talk about giving back a little bit, and that's going to help. There's a really strong emphasis, you guys, on balance and give and take. Taking, and then whatever you're taking, whatever talent, task that you're providing is giving back to humanity is what I'm feeling like, and it's nurturing other people. So there seems to be a strong emphasis on health and the body as well for you guys. For Charity to come out in the Seven of Wands, it feels like you've been really defensive about what you're going after, and we want you to sort of allow all of that to drop away. This Page of Swords is really important, you guys. It's at the heart of your reading. This is the idea of jealousy, of judging too, looking outside yourself and judging other people's successes because you haven't received the recognition that you so yearn for at this time. But the reality is that we can let these judgments go. We can let these light ideas go. They're not necessary because we have a lot of confirmation over here that you guys are using your talents wisely. You guys are also going to be blessed in the very near future once we can get into this idea of moving through effortlessly, because I feel like that's kind of like what we're really highlighting here, the idea of work and play and balance in all matters of life. So I see that you guys are also honoring relationships with your friends at this time. Honoring your body too is very important. I also feel like you guys are really on the brink of, that's going to bring us full circle, the brink of some major blessing. This Charity card, you can't ignore it, especially with the Queen of Pentacles, and I asked about what's going on over here. And the very first message I brought through was like a free fall, and it feels like things are going to suddenly shift into place, and it's because of the dedication that you guys have been paying. You guys have really showed up day in, day out to put it in due diligence, and I see that that's remarkable. Let's see if we can pull some other synchronicities for you guys. I kind of want to know about this Charity card. Where is this blessing being bestowed? The 11th house, friendships, yeah. It talks about Aquarius to me, okay? Humanity, hope. Did I literally not just say hope? That's amazing, okay? Let's just read these off real quick for you. The 11th house, the edge, friendship, group creativity, community, humanity, hope, tribe, festivals, discoveries, common goals, startups, rebellion, experimentation, and the future. Curious. So this new blessing, this blessing that seems to be what you guys are really on the brink of, I really see this for you guys, is something to do with friendships and something to do with your talent being recognized as something that really helps nourish people. And this could look like so many different things. Think about singers, people go to the gym loaded up with playlists or road trips. Music is so essential, but you wouldn't necessarily at first think that that is something that helps humanity, but it really does. Whatever your talent is, the best thing that you can do right now is to continue to pursue it, especially if you're very passionate about it, and to continue to balance things in your life, because yes, and my throat chakra just lit up. You guys are doing an incredible job is what I was trying to say before that closed off. Right now, you guys are doing an incredible job balancing everything in your life, and that seems to be the big blessing that we have for you guys. I see this like 1 and 1 as, 11 is a very spiritual number. You guys could even have a life path as 11 or a life path 2, okay? That would just be a confirmation, but I see it kind of like 1 on each side of the scale. Very balanced. Just don't let these thoughts get to you. There is an element of the mind. This snag that I see, I want you to just let that snag go. The second that snag goes, and I think you guys are able to identify what this is, the second that goes, the web can stretch into where it's supposed to be. You can pull resources from different areas. Everything can flow very naturally, and I see a huge increase in abundance, an increase in recognition, and this flow is coming in to shift your life so that you can create with a lot more, with a lot less effort. I feel like things feel a lot less daunting to you as the main message that we want to highlight here. Is there anything else? I kind of want to wrap up with an animal spirit guide. Actually, it kind of just feels like you. The mouse with scrutiny. Okay, so pay attention to the fine details at this time, but don't get lost in the fine details. I also am kind of viewing this as the opposite of the eagle. The eagle talks about taking an eagle-eye view of the path that you are walking throughout life. I'm also hearing that don't take the weight of the world on your shoulders, okay? You're just one single individual, but you are here to make ripples. Yeah, that's the idea that I was trying to get through with these. All this like undulating sea is kind of what I'm seeing. We don't want the mind to rock the boat because we see you as a steady ship is the message that just came very quickly. The mouse says, pay attention to the little details, but again, don't obsess over them. Don't obsess over your talents as well. I feel like this could talk about perfectionism, and that is an idea that we need to cut ourselves away from because it could be holding you back. That could be another snare in and of itself. All right, you guys, I feel like these are all the messages that need to come through at this time in this reading, and I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, or if you've made it this far into the video, you can always give me a big thumbs up. It helps my channel grow. Go so far in the land of YouTube, but it also helps other people receive these messages too. And until next time, stay divine. Hello, Pile 3. Welcome to your reading. I hope you guys are doing so well today. This is all about what earth magic is available to you, and I just want to remind you guys that these messages are short and sweet. I have company coming, so I'm recording this video in advance, about a week in advance. No worries though, I make the intention that these are all timeless. Okay, so the magic that is at your disposal at this time, the way that Earth can work with you at this time is through fog, the veil. Very, very curious, and I almost get that your reading is going to be slightly different than others. There's a slightly different message that I'm getting for yours, but first I'm going to go through the original interpretation, which is the magic that is on your side, and to me, in and of itself, the veil or fog is magic. The unknown, the mysterious secrets, the unknown seems to be on your side at this time. The confusion seems to be on your side. I feel like something has been blocked from you until the proper time. And now this is where I'm going to try to fold in where I really feel like your messages is going. What I see, you guys, is the literal depiction of both this first message that came out. I drew 3 separate messages. And is this not the very same imagery we have going on here? This cloud, the cloud right here. What I feel like is almost your abundance has been withheld for a very specific reason. And I feel like that's going to be slightly different for everyone. And for others of you, there is a hidden talent that is coming to light at this time. Yeah, I feel like this is the direction of your message. Something was obscured, something was hidden, and it's because there's something to do, I think, with the body that needed to be adjusted first. There's something that was kept hidden from you because there was reasons, and sometimes it's unknown. And a big message, I sometimes get downloads on the way to the gym in the morning. The download I got today was that we can't know everything. When we come into Earth, we go through the veil of forgetting, and people who walk a spiritual path are going to remember things, lifetimes, their existence, their purpose on life, who they are in a much grander scheme of things. An expression of consciousness is how I mean. But we go through a veil of forgetting because it's necessary, I think, because it can sometimes make the long haul of life perhaps mundane. But for other times, for other reasons, it's hidden because it's meant to be awoken later in life after we go through certain experiences that are more like catalysts. It's the idea that like you travel to a country you've never been to before and suddenly you remember a past life of yours or a past life talent of yours is revealed because you, for some reason, tried to do this specific activity at some street fair and suddenly you had like an incredible natural knack of that. That's the energy that I get. Something has been hidden from you, but very, very intentionally until you were able to, I think, cultivate some sort of practice, okay? I'm going to just put these cards up here real quick. I drew this card, but I kept getting the message to reach for one more underneath the deck, and Ceremony came out. And I'm really sort of getting the idea of magic and this idea of the aura. And for some reason, it feels like your crown chakra has been blocked until now, and now I'm seeing the auric streaming around the hand right here, being very, very much repeated throughout everything, even until the Four of Swords. So you can see Lux Nova, which is called Divine Light, over this saint-like figure here, and the word Pax written in the stained glass window, which is peace. I feel like you needed to reach a peace of mind, a meditative, quiet mindset, in order for this secret to be revealed, in order for the fog to lift. I think that for some of you, you could have created a mental block of sorts, and we needed you to remember this because it's a part of your journey, and I'm not going to try to claim to know all the answers. That was the message I strayed away from because I'm really excited about your reading. On the way to the gym, that epiphany was, it's impossible to know everything. The message that just kept coming through is that we access, a small percentage of what is said to be our potential for our brain power. And it's that idea that we don't know everything because we can't know everything. And so sometimes when things are hidden or obscure, it's for a very important reason. And if we can have and develop faith and trust that we're always going to have exactly what we need, then you can let that anxiety and fear go and recognize that it will come at the proper time. And I feel like the time is going to be revealed to you now. It's almost like a hidden talent is coming to light. It's just very, very interesting to see this imagery. There's something that's coming into focus, slow at first, but definitely about to be fully revealed to you guys. I think that this could be a talent of yours, a natural hobby of yours. For some of you, this is quite literally something you're going to do for the rest of your life. I see that you guys have been a little bit impatient, or if it's not impatient, perhaps just feeling a little stuck in terms of your career and finances or talents or life purpose or the next thing you want to pursue. It just didn't work fast. It didn't come to you quickly. It's like, why isn't this taking off? I'm putting in hard work, but I'm not really reaping the rewards. I just want to remind you guys that there is a lot on the vine, and it's like you guys have been building a strong foundation, and it feels like within. And again, this was necessary in order for what you're about to receive to stand on something strong. It's like a foundation. I'm getting the idea that you can't put bricks on clouds or the unknown, and it's like when something was nebulous just coming into focus, you can't fully grasp it. It's just impossible. There's a little bit of learning to do. I always get study something new with the Page of Pentacles, so I feel like you guys have been learning about magic, learning about the universe at large, though, learning about auras, learning about the law of attraction, learning about meditation, learning about the mind, learning about the cosmos as well. And I feel like this has revealed truths to you that have awoken something inside of you that is coming to light. This is what Spirit wants to bring through in my short and sweet reading. And it's like, oh, really? I would love to unpack this further. But again, I have to balance my own work-life balance. I have company coming. So the whole purpose of this reading is that it is short to get the message out. And it feels like the big message is that a secret is coming to light. And it almost feels like something to do with what you're going to be doing for at least the next couple of cycles, several cycles, okay? Many moons. It feels like this is something you've done in a past life, and it's a gift you came here to share. I mean, look, all of the cards, the only cards that came out were either Major Arcana or Pentacle cards, so we really want to focus on your talents, okay? I'm also getting that if you are not someone in here who has developed a strong meditative practice, it's something we really want you guys to develop. We want you to at least write in a journal daily, a dream journal. This awakens your ability to do creative writing, but it also awakens your psychic abilities. So right when you wake up from sleeping, when you're still in the theta waves, we want you to write down your dreams because there is some important information that are coming in the land of dreams. I feel like you guys are having really, really vivid dreams, or they're very interesting at this time, okay? I feel like if there was a pile that I would relate to, it would be pile 3. My dreams have been very, very occult. Just very, very interesting. Magical, but yeah, I don't need to talk about myself, sorry. I just feel like it's important for you guys to write down your dreams, or at least to journal how you feel. But I also get that developing a time every day that you practice meditation, that can be very helpful. It doesn't have to be meditation where you sit quietly and reflect. You can do walking meditation. That's one of my favorite ways to practice meditation, is to go on a walk. But I feel like you guys have been in a period of your life where things just weren't coming. And it's because we needed to, develop a strong foundation, or the world wasn't ready. There were things around you that needed to fall into a place. I'm getting the idea that for some of you, you got to where you needed to be quicker than the world around you could support. And so a little bit of a pause was necessary in order to catch up to your speed is what I'm hearing. But there's definitely a talent being revealed, and for some of you, it's abundance that has been withheld is being granted to you because there was something that you needed to learn first. There was something that you needed to be strong and resolute about in your mind. There could have been a decision that you were weighing on or hemming and hawing on for quite a while, but right now I feel like you're getting to the place where you recognize more strongly what you desire, and as a result it is able to come through. It was withheld because I feel like if you were to have this too early, it just wouldn't be helpful. It will always boil down to that, because the universe always wants us to experience the most abundant life, because when we can experience an abundant life, we have many, many, many experiences, and that's the entire point of consciousness, in my opinion. We're a little spark of consciousness so that we can experience consciousness itself. So we want you guys, I feel like I have to do a little bit of convincing that you guys are supposed to have a very abundant life. So again, for some of you, abundance was withheld because there was something that was necessary first. For others of you, this hidden talent or life purpose, I do get strongly a talent or career opportunity, is something that was withheld until the proper moment. You have a team of guides, angels who are on your side, spirit guides, the universe itself, your higher self. They always love you. They want you to achieve everything you designed before you incarnated. So try not to worry at this time. I love to see both the sun and the moon come out. It really does talk about a strong balance to me in your energies, and that is perhaps something that you have been developing in order to gain access to this veil of fog that's lifting. What I see with this is that the fog, it always will dissipate. The sun always breaks through. And literally, I drew this card first. For the sun to come out as the very first card, I thought that was so fun and such a cool synchronicity. It's bursting through, and it feels like some of you are celebrating a birthday, so happy birthday in July if that is you guys. For others of you, this is a secret admirer, or it's a message from someone. And this is important. I want to go a little bit deeper into this. I kind of just really quickly want to touch on an idea that if it might be love, I get secrecy, but to me it really does, I feel like the main message came out for you guys. I just a little curious, a little snoopy. I'm getting the idea that there's a message from a secret admirer. Okay, again, for others of you, this is simply a talent of yours studying something occult. Something is revealing, something you've done, something you've studied, something you've practiced, something you've been learning on is revealing something to you, something greater, okay? Can I get a little tap on this? I feel like a card just flipped. Did it not? Okay. Can I get a little tap on this, Spirit? I feel like this Page of Pentacles is actually kind of love for some people here. I'm getting you. Release your ex. Okay. That could be something. That's probably why this came out. Okay. Okay, so For some of you, there is someone you need to release in your life. It could be an ex, but it also could just simply be a person. And I'm getting that strongly because you can see the smoke tendrils here in one card deck. This is a completely different deck. And there's smoke tendrils all on the ground right here. And she's doing magic. She's doing a ritual. And right here, I always think of this letter. It's being burnt. If you write down, that could be a message too. If you write down a letter to your ex and burn it, it's going to release a lot of energy. And it feels like that is what's going to break this veil of fog. Some of you have a partner that you need to cut away from. I'm also recognizing the moon. And did I not literally just say there's a message coming that's hidden? I feel like that's exactly what we're being illustrated as right here. So that's perhaps not necessarily love, but an idea of magic and some person that is obscured at this time or is obscuring your consciousness, your awareness. And so we need to get rid of them so that you can be strong and whole again. There's someone that we have to let go of on the mind. They've just been weighing us down, okay? And I feel like your guides are very, very strong at this time. They're around you. They're helping you through this because you're about to have something revealed to you that's incredibly amazing. It's very, very interesting. Is there, I could do a little snooping, you guys. Let's draw a house. I know that this is definitely supposed to be left up. It's supposed to be a secret. It's going to be a little bit different for everyone. I'm just really excited for you guys. It feels like this has been a long time coming. Spirit, is there a message that we can... Okay. It feels like I'm actually supposed to go for this deck. Sorry, guys. Spirit, is there something else we can have? I know this is supposed to be very secretive. I know I'm snooping. Age of Light, you've been training for this for lifetimes. Shut up. That's so funny. Okay, I literally said you're going somewhere and it's like awakening something in you that you've done for lifetimes in past lives. It's so amazing. So if we could get anything, this does look like a great message. So some talent of yours, something you've been doing, practicing, learning, studying is, and some of you simply have just been waiting, maybe perhaps a little impatiently, but you've been doing a good job of not letting it bog you down is what I just heard, okay? So the Age of Light, you've been training for this for lifetimes. You were, something has been withheld for a little bit because you needed to develop, okay? And you have, is what I just heard. You guys are developed, okay? And something that you are meant to do in this lifetime is coming on board. It feels like a spiritual gift for some of you. For others of you, it's a hidden talent that you doubted in the past. But once we get rid of this partner, once we get rid of this, ex, there's some message or some conversation, something that's not being said, some secret. It's the word is secret, actually. Some secret needs to come into light, okay, so that it can be dissolved and transmuted. And then it could be linked to this talent coming on board as just also, I feel like, just strong advice from your guides, kind of as like a side note, because it feels like this energy is coming through regardless. It's been on the back burner for a while. It's been withheld from you, and not because you've been doing something wrong. It's simply because you had other things to do in life first, and you had lessons and memories to accumulate and pick up so it could spark it back up. There's this idea, and I know it's very occult or mystical, that you can't have all the informations, right? We talked about the importance of that epiphany I had on the way to the gym, even though I didn't illustrate that well. We go through the veil of forgetting, okay? There's something about incarnating, and we're not really allowed to have our guides be present, like physically present, because it does something with free will, and we must always choose through our intuition is something that guides us. Yeah, I'm getting the idea that your guides are really helping you at this time. But it's been withheld not because you've done something wrong, but because there's something about you choosing this path that is a necessary facet of what unlocks this, okay? You guys, I do feel like this is the end of your reading, and I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, you can always give me a big thumbs up. It helps me go so far in the land of YouTube, but it also helps people receive these messages who need to hear them too. And until next time, stay divine.